You are here for a purpose, to help create change, to help make a difference in our community, where everyone's voice is heard. You are the change, and it's happening now.
And here's what's happening right now. This is a live look inside STN Studios here in downtown Phoenix. As you can see, the studio is filled with business leaders and community change makers. And we have a special extended show for you today. Yes, as today we welcome to the main stage Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs. She will be a featured guest during our Community Collaborative segment. We'll be talking about leading from the top with an eye on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Governor Hobbs, just one of several remarkable community leaders joining us. Thank you. I'm Eric Sperling. We want to thank those of you joining us live in studio. Hello, everybody. And those streaming online. Our mission here at STN, we want to create a better local media experience. We know there's a gap in local media, one that needs to be filled, and we fill that gap by using the power of media and you, our change makers, to connect and align leaders and organizations with a common goal. So let's get to the rundown today. As we mentioned, on the Community Collaborative, that is our show dedicated to advancing DEI efforts, a special two-part edition, our conversation with the governor, plus we'll be talking about leadership in media. The Dean of the Cronkite School of Journalism at ASU will join us live on stage. And then we go in the room, a look at higher education. How can we help create successful paths for our next generation? We're going to hear from the ones doing it. Then on the McQuaid mission, takeaways and action items. Our leaders in that effort, Jackson Fonder and Amy Schwabenlender, talk to us and lay out actionable solutions we can all take part in. And then rounding out the big show, it's Project Greenprint, a look at how style, substance, and sustainability all go hand in hand. And of course, all the segments you see here today will be available to stream on the STN app or STNTV.com. They are conversations that are meant to continue long after the studio lights go off. So we encourage you, please, share the content you're about to see. Let's put our hands together. It's time to kick things off with a Community Collaborative.
I'm Kristen Keogh. This is the place and space to talk about solutions when it comes to sustainability. Today, we're adding some style and substance to this conversation. A little background on the organizations we're talking about today. The first one, no stranger to our community. We've talked about them a lot on Project Greenprint. It's Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona. We've even taken you behind the scenes before and showed you the massive push that's underway 24/7 to keep items out of the landfill. And the store themselves, they're a popular place to shop all year long. We love shopping there. And over in Tempe, you will find Fabric. The nonprofit fashion incubator just moved into a new location and provides guidance, resources, and help to lead the way for up-and-coming designers with a talent for fashion and a passion for sustainability. So with that, I would like to welcome Beth Forsberg, Senior Vice President of Sustainability for Goodwill of Central and Northern Arizona and co-founder of Fabric. We have Angela Johnson with us. I'm so excited you're both here. I know that both of your organizations have worked together beautifully, and we're excited to learn about that. And Beth, let's get started with you because we know that we love shopping at Goodwill for good deals. We love taking stuff there. You help keep so much out of landfills, but you're also a social impact engine in this community. Tell us what that means to you.
Well, first of all, thank you for loving Goodwill, but I'm a little biased. I love Goodwill too.
It's fun. Let's just start with that. Who doesn't love a good Goodwill find?
What I can say is when you think about social impact, there's two ways that we do that at Goodwill. We do that by serving external customers through our Career Center programs, as well as the first adult charter high school in the state of Arizona. We also have what's called My Career Advisor, which is an online platform for job seekers to be able to do anything from skills setting to resume building to everything in between. But you know what's really exciting to share is we also go back to our own employees. We have a program called My Career Matters. Every single employee has an opportunity to literally have a job that could turn into a career. And everything that I just talked about is funded, and we do that ending poverty through the power of work through all the donations that we collect.
What a nice way to build on what Jackson just said too, as well, when he was talking about the call to action for employment. Thank you for sharing that. Now, Angela, what you're doing at Fabric goes well beyond just making fashion sustainable. We know that it's one of the most polluting industries that we're up against right now, and that piece of it is so important. But you're also empowering entrepreneurs, designers who are going to be leading this change, this fight against pollution. Tell us what that looks like.
Well, like you said, fashion is in disruption because it is the second most polluting industry on the planet. And it's all of our responsibility to make sure we do something about it. We all wear clothes, and we as consumers are wanting those prices low. I get it. We all want the prices low, but we need to rethink this, and we all need to be stewards of our planet. And the way to do that is to rethink this industry that is polluting the planet like you would not believe. Big brands have to overproduce overseas in order to get those prices really low. So the answer is not reshoring, but new shoring, doing it better, using technology to make it more efficient, allowing and enabling apparel entrepreneurs to be able to make small batches of niche products in their local facilities, in micro manufacturing facilities, and be able to actually keep the fibers there. And circularity is really the answer. So our bigger mission, our bigger vision is actually to be able to lead the way for the nation and put Arizona on the fashion map in new shoring this industry.
It's really exciting. And I know that partnership, collaboration is important and critical really to both of your missions. Beth, can you talk a little bit about what you look for in collaborations and how important these partnerships are to you?
Well, Angela and I had an opportunity to talk on the phone this morning. And what I can say to not only so many of the people up on the stage today, but to all of you, we can do so much separately. Goodwill, UMOM, Fabric, all the other amazing people here today. But how much more can we do together? And when you think about what the state of Arizona can be on the top of the change of innovation to make something that could affect the country and create solutions through innovation, you know what? The partnership possibility is endless. And I'm pleased to say, as long as you keep it just between just a few of us here today,
just everyone here,
just here today,
just everyone, just a couple of us.
Yes. Approximately 3 weeks ago, Goodwill, the Rob and Melanie Walton School of Sustainability Solutions, as well as the City of Phoenix and Hustle Phoenix, are going to embark on the first micro factory for plastics in the whole entire country.
Wow.
And I'm pretty excited about that. And that would not happen without every single partner included. And we just spoke this morning, and we're going to be embarking together on textiles next.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Really amazing. Thank you for letting us all be the first.
Just a little secret.
Yes.
That's all.
so exciting. And we were talking a little bit about how this really goes far beyond just upcycling clothing and all of the different textiles that you're able to use, down to the Super Bowl signage that you're going to be turning into, what did you say, tote bags?
Yeah, we're currently making tote bags out of those discarded banners from the Super Bowl.
That's going to be so amazing. And it just really gets your mind going when you're not in the industry to think about how creative you can get with this. What do partnerships look like for you? How do you go about getting the Super Bowl signage to turn into a tote bag?
Well, we lucked out on that by being invited to the committee by the Arizona Commerce Authority. Sandra Watson invited us to this committee, and luckily we became a partner to be able to do that. But that's because of partnerships and because of connections, and everything we do is because of connections and people coming together. We couldn't have done anything that we've done without that. In fact, for 15 years before we opened Fabric, it was a vision of mine to create an industry in Arizona, and it took a village. It was hundreds of apparel entrepreneurs that needed resources, and we all got together and we all collaborated and we all had this vision together. And then to be able to open the space required a partnership with the City of Tempe to be able to see our vision and allow us to use their beautiful building to be able to execute that. And then all the partnerships that we have going forward are what are moving the needle for us into the future of being able to do these cool things like what we're doing with Goodwill.
Yeah, I feel like you were really ahead of your time when it came to co-founding Fabric, and now we're all starting to catch up to you and seeing the huge significant impact that something like fabric has. And when I say see it, we're literally looking at your outfit as well. So how cool is this? Can you tell us about your dress and the different things that you're doing with t-shirts?
Well, the vision that I was talking about started in 2002 when I relocated from Los Angeles, and I had manufactured regular clothing in Los Angeles, moved to Arizona, no resources. So instead I got creative and I started to go to Goodwill and I started to buy up all the t-shirts and make them into ball gowns and other things, and been doing that now for about 20 years. And it allows me to still be creative while I get to help other people grow their businesses.
We have some pictures up. I mean, some of these are so fancy, and you did it from t-shirts. I mean, that is incredible. It is really, really inspiring. It makes you just want to keep shopping more at Goodwill, which I do that enough, Beth, to be honest with you.
No one ever does it enough, Kristen. There is no such thing.
I have a toddler, and seriously, you think about all of the plastics in all of the toys. I know that a lot of us are trying to shift more to wooden toys and all of their clothes, and they're constantly sizing up. It really is just such an important piece. If you have children, you're not shopping at Goodwill. We can cut down on so much by donating and going back and using Goodwill to continue.
If you wear clothing and you're not shopping at Goodwill, you should be.
I did not pay for this sponsorship. I swear I did not.
We love what you do. Thank you so much. And it's so inspiring, again, to see what you're taking and making it into something so beautiful. Eric, I love that after all of the different episodes we've done on Project Greenprint, that we can end on such a positive and inspiring note, because I always say it, it can be really daunting to think about all the change that we need to make. And we do all need to wear clothes. And we know that the industry is so polluting, but we are taking such huge steps, and Arizona is becoming a huge leader in this space, as we learned in one more way today.